Magic, he just delivered in every way. Every building he went in, it started when he was in junior high. I mean, people would just go in, they go, man, this kid is fun. And he's just whoop a doodle throwing stuff around like, and everybody's going, whoa. And the description of the crowds in Lansing, Michigan, when Magic went to high school at Everett, you started at Everett as a sophomore, so he had 3 years there. And people drove from everywhere. You didn't have things on TV back then. Even the Big Ten didn't have really much of a TV package at all, and there was just nothing. And the crowds just had to be there to watch him, and it was really amazing. I spent hours and hours with his two high school coaches, with Dr. Charles Tucker, the school psychologist that eventually became his agent, but was his mentor as a teenager. And the two high school coaches have died in the last year. But
Oh wow.
those guys were so good. And you know, I mean I interviewed them over and over and over again, just giving their memories a workout, double checking, and they had they had indelible memories of every little thing about Magic,
About Magic, yeah.
and that made the book fun. There was a lot of racial strife because they were busing for integration, and that was largely the integration in the South was problematic, but most of the busing happened in the North,
North, yeah.
and that was problematic. But it was problematic in New England, problematic in the Midwest, just wherever. And so it was complicated, but Magic just had that ability. There was nobody telling him to play this way. The coaches just went, "Oh, you can do this. Oh, we're going to let you have it." And Magic just sort of rose up as a young teen and dictated how everything was going to be. Pretty
Yeah,
amazing.
I was gonna say, Roland. You know what's pretty amazing too is he was dyslexic. Like
Yeah.
when you just think of like what he's been through in his childhood and growing up, and I think it actually made him even more powerful as a person and on the court because he was so intelligent and paying attention to the little things.
Tremendous intelligence. A lot of the greatest players I found, I like studying great competitors. They are
Absolutely.
they are incredible listeners. Dean Smith had never had somebody, especially a freshman, who could listen like Jordan. Magic, unbelievable listener. Kobe, Kobe was really hard headed, but still a great listener. And
Absolutely.
all those guys were they just have a combination of skills and talent and intelligence. Um, just really exceptional. Exceptional mothers, very different mothers. Great competitors have exceptional mothers a lot of times, and the fathers are not too bad either.
Yeah. And so Roland, obviously Magic, The Life of Magic Johnson is a book that you can find anywhere on Amazon and Barnes and
Oh,
Noble.
oh,
And
yeah.
what else do you have in the works? Because you're a basketball encyclopedia, my friend. You know a lot about the game of basketball. You've seen it all. Do you have anything else in the works that you want to throw
Yeah,
out to the audience?
yeah. I'm doing projects that have ties with films, and so it's a different thing. I'm learning about it. It's a lot of fun. Um, I'm doing a David Stern project because that's basically where all the bodies are buried.
Buried.
David Stern is an amazing commissioner.
Yes.
I'm doing another Kobe project. I'm doing another LeBron project. My first LeBron project, but we're making a movie now. It's this Canadian film company. They've already shot 50 hours of interviews. They got those guys are they're moving.
They're moving. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got another thing. So it's a little hectic, but it's fun.
I don't think you're gonna stop. I don't
Well,
think you
my
will
my
ever
wife
stop.
is wanting me to stop, but it is fun. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't think too much about the future. I'll be 72 in August, so I'm no spring chicken. So, but
I was
I'm in
gonna
good
say you
shape.
don't look it, you don't sound it because you got a memory of a genius. You really do. And
Oh, I don't have any of the attributes of a genius. I got to work for everything, but that's all right. It's fun. People who work in media have fun. You got to do what you love.
absolutely. Yeah, and I also think like, what brings to light is listening to the interviews. I just think like, looking back on it, those special memories, you can reminisce in the brightest way, like you said, and it gives you ideas too moving forward for other book ideas and,
Well, your
things of that
interviews are
nature.
valuable. They're valuable. I have a Hollywood producer that's optioned all my interviews because they'll be valuable going forward. And that is really how I got into things good, interviewing old timers. The guys that are busy, it's a fist fight to get to
Fist
interview
fight.
them.
Yeah.
You know, but the old timers, they're sitting around. I'd call up George Mikan or Jim Pollard. They weren't talking to the crowds anymore. So I mean, they would tell the stories, and so that's a good way. Retired players, that's especially if you can get. You're a good interviewer too, so you 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 get more and more retired players and coaches, man. Now and you aim to get those interviews with. It's funny how time flies by. I was doing all these interviews. I wasn't thinking about tomorrow. I did save everything, but I didn't
Yeah.
think about tomorrow. But it's amazing how quickly, you know, time goes by and people who are rookies are now 60 or 65. It's hard. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, but time goes by, it's the best way possible, right? So you're doing a great job, and
Thank
I
you.
love I love reading the books. I really do. Keep it coming. We'd love to have
Thank
you
you.
back on to talk more.
Anytime. Anytime.
Awesome.
I can ramble on with the best of them. So
No,
thank you.
you got the best stories. You really do, Roland, and appreciate the opportunity to have you on. You're again a basketball encyclopedia. You know exactly where the bodies are buried, just like David Stern was, right? So we appreciate you joining Sharp Sports Radio tonight.
I really appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks, Roland.
See you.